running. Keep running. Let's go. Don't get hit.
Good, good.
Stay back.
Stay back. Stay back. You're gonna get hit. Get out of the street. Back up. Don't cry now. Get out of the street. Stopping traffic. Get out of the street. Get out of the street. Out of the street. Oh, get out of the street. Get out of the street. Hey, but you're right here. Get out of the street. You want to make a statement? You want to make a statement? Hey, Chris, you got a squatter back there. Still want him out of the street. Yeah, if there's one available. Yeah. Hey, he's going to be coming to your squad. Hey, squad's here. Out of the street. Off the street. Let's get him out of
carry within 1,000 feet of the school. So they were like, let's escort you to your car. And I think what happened was as they started escorting him to the car, it ended up being a hype of people. And obviously they're not going to walk someone to a vehicle where they're going to put a firearm and leave that in a vehicle where somebody might be able to get into a vehicle, yeah.
They did that yesterday with a guy with an AR-type weapon. He had
and they escorted him off property, right?
No, they just asked him to leave, and he did. And he walked back, and he put it in his car, and they drove off and took it somewhere.
I think, honestly, it might have just been that there were so many people chasing him down that they probably wanted to get a firearm away from the crowd as best as possible with...
Yeah.
And optically...
Did they disarm the individual? Did they
I think, they took his...
Out of the street! Good. If we don't get it, shut it down! 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 Shut it down! Shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! Send them downtown! Send them downtown!
We'll bring that into it.
If the media, if all you folks would report the real story instead of making it a black versus white media event, the city of Kenosha wouldn't have to worry about this. The city of St. Louis wouldn't have to worry about this. If the facts of this case were actually accurately portrayed by the media,
this guy's a fundraising
this would not be here.
So what about this guy's a fundraising pawn? This guy's a fundraising pawn!
Maxine Waters in connection with the Derek Chauvin case, we're all fanning the flames. We're all
Fernando Castillo. They just want a selfie. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Just want a selfie. Sure. Excuse me. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Daunte Wright, my brother was murdered by Kim Potter April 11th in Minneapolis, Minnesota due to a 26-year-old veteran who drew her gun instead of her taser and shot my brother one time to, in all reality ended his life. But we're standing here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, standing in solidarity with the Jacob Blake family. My whole family is praying for the justice for Blake family as well as the families that Kyle Rittenhouse took. Thank you.
I think that being a juror is a very difficult position for individuals to be in, and I appreciate the jurors who have not only answered the call to be a juror, but are taking this very seriously. I'm certain that they're not just concerned about the people outside, but they have to go back in their communities, and they have to answer to people who are going to wonder you know, what their position and what their vote was. I encourage them to do the right thing, to stand up for what is right, and I encourage them to, you know, not worry about those other things. No one out here, I believe, is going to be harmful to others, and I encourage people not to do that. You know, we can agree to disagree and not and literally not be ugly. We can agree to disagree and not be violent. We can agree to disagree and, you know, not make people feel like, you know, they are all wrong. Individuals, you know, who are on this jury they've sacrificed a lot. They've sacrificed a lot, and I hope for a verdict that will feel like justice to the families who have lost their loved ones, and those that have been harmed, and those that have been victimized by this whole experience. Just looking at it on the news and looking at it in their community.
So we have an offspring that's called the Black Revolution Underground Heroes. That's us. We represent anyone that's dealing with oppression in the United States of America, anyone that's oppressed or unjust.
Can you tell us why you're here today?
We're here to stand in solidarity with the families and let the families know they're not alone and to get justice. We want to see them found guilty on every charge, nothing less, you know. There's some wounded souls running around. We can't allow people to go around playing vigilante and just killing people, you know. That's not right, and we're going to make a difference. We're going to stand up and we're going to start right here and make a change with this.
What do you think is going to be the outcome of the...
Hope for the best, suspect the worst. We know the deck is stacked with 13 jokers. That's just how it goes. We know the defense, the state's attorney, and the judge. We know all of them play golf together. That's how it is. But we're just hoping for the best, you know. Without faith, there's no hope. We got to be here.
Did you follow the Kenosha protests and everything that went on last year?
I'm doing so much all over the country, and we're so involved, but I have been keeping an eye on everything. And I found it's terrible. It's a horrible tragedy that happens, and they need to stop right here.
Have you heard a lot of discourse in other areas like Chicago and kind of around the country about this?
That's why we're here. Represent Chicago, the best of humanity. You know, we gotta love. We gotta stop the hate. You know?
We got BG on the scene. Bro, what are you wearing? It's 27 degrees.
Based on the evidence I've seen, I personally believe that he is innocent of the crimes that they're charging him with. I mean, is there probably a crime somewhere that he could be charged with? Sure, but I think we're all that way, you know. But I don't see the charge that he is currently put down for, that he's guilty of any of it. Sure, the gun's in this hand, but he could easily transition it, and it's still a threat. You know, he wasn't fully disarmed of his weapon, but then he wasn't a threat to Kyle. And then someone was running up on him. Yes, he tracked his weapon to it. That's exactly what we are taught as, you know, infantrymen. Is that?
Are you still in the military?
No, I'm prior service.
Okay, that's why I was just wondering why you're wearing your uniform, because you're not allowed to wear your uniform at activist or protest events.
Exactly.
So I just
Appreciate it, buddy.
Okay.
We should go up, Dads. Pray.
I believe in truth. You know, we've seen a whole lot of lies and propaganda from the media. And anybody that's watched the trial, I mean, it seems like this is a very clear-cut case of self-defense. And the media has perpetrated it and portrayed it in a very different light, which they need to be held accountable. I mean, this is ridiculous that our media has caused this much disturbance to Kenosha. And, you know, it burned down last year, and now here we are again, getting ready to do it again. And it's the media. The media is causing this, and they absolutely need to be held accountable.
whether it was Fox or CNN,
yeah,
everything was poorly framed.
Yes.
Yes, just got him.